And now I'm getting to hang out with somebody I met a few years ago at Vagaro Iconic, so it's pretty iconic that we sitting here having this conversation together.
I love that for us.
You know what I mean? It was a real laid back moment when we met last time, very chill event. This one seemed like it's gonna be a little different.
Yeah, I think so too.
So, for you that don't know, I'm sitting next to Ricola.
Yes.
Talk to me, introduce yourself to the people. I know a little bit about you, but tell the world who you are.
Okay, well, I like to start off by saying my name is Ricola, just like the cough drops.
Yeah.
I am the owner of Perfect Distraction Hair Gallery. I do have 2 salons here in Metro Atlanta. One in Sandy Springs and one in Smyrna, Georgia. And for the most part, my salon is a commission-based hair salon. And I'm able to bring in stylists, whether they're new to the industry, they've been in the industry for a while, and have a place where they can come and call their salon home.
Okay, I'm gonna dive right into it. I got these questions, but I'm gonna go a little different route a little bit. I feel like, as a woman owning 2 salons, like, how does that work? Like, how does that success feel?
It's interesting because it's like, I'm a hairstylist. I enjoy doing hair, but going into ownership, I also had to learn how to lead a team, being able to work with different personalities, being able to see where a person's skill set is at and teaching them how to become the best version of themselves. So I think that's been the most interesting part about it, because I had to learn that. And in the process of learning it, I had to give me a mentor. I had to take some additional classes because I wasn't doing the best of a job. So I had to get better and brush up on those skills. And it's been 7 years of salon ownership, and I enjoy every bit of it. And I can definitely say I've grown a lot over those past 7 years.
That's awesome to hear. Like, it's exciting for me to sit down with other business owners and entrepreneurs and just get a little conversation going back and forth. But, you know, when I met you, it was iconic. You know, like I said in the intro. How has Vagaro helped you become a better business owner within these 7 years?
Okay, so the one thing that I truly, truly love about Vagaro is the fact that everything is recorded in that one space. You can use it as a POS, you can use it to pull your reports. Like, it's just everything. So whenever my team members need to say, oh, I need to check my hours, can I pull my time card? I can pull that. Or if they need to pull a report, they need to see they rebook a percentage, I can pull that. They need to look at customers' forms or previous products they purchased, things of that nature. We could pull everything in Vagaro, so I love that. And then the great thing about it, when they integrated payroll with Gusto, I was like, okay, bet, because I already was using Gusto.
Yeah.
So I love that integration of those two platforms as well.
I don't think people understand the power of Vagaro yet.
Yes.
But we about to wake them up. It takes people like me and you to continue to show that as African Americans, people of color, just in general, we can own and manage and run legitimate businesses and be okay with that, because we do use the proper things to help us run.
Exactly.
Now, I do got another question for you. How do you feel about your work that you did here at the event and seeing it inside of SalonEVO or BarberEVO magazines?
So that's really exciting as well. So even how you were saying, like, how has Vagaro impacted me? So even outside of just being a customer who's using the actual product, I like the fact that they actually allow their customers to have opportunities, like being inside of a magazine, being able to come to speaking engagements. I was able to show up at the Bronner Brothers with them, as well as you. So it's just also being able to navigate those different things. So this has been a great experience, being able to meet other people and also continue to build my network with people as well.
Now, I know being here in Atlanta, curly hair texture or just textured hair in general is not really a misrepresented hub, right? But looking outside of Atlanta, getting to the rest of the world, do you feel like it's misrepresented?
I feel like it can be misrepresented, but I think a lot of it is what I have personally witnessed is like people feel that they have to look a certain way because of their profession. So it's like corporate America has caused people to not want to wear their natural fro or their locks or their natural texture. So a lot of times people went towards going with like a straighter look in order to be of a certain value to their job. So I think those type of misrepresentations has happened in our community.
How do you think that we could change? How do you think we could change the visibility and the education and everything in our industry for like our textured hair educators? Because I look at it like for you, right? You probably know how to do everything, but somebody's automatically gonna assume you for textured hair. So how do we change that? How do we deliver more education but grow the conversation? Because I said in my interview, it's not about a movement. It's not about a moment. It's about creating a movement that's gonna last. And I feel like before it's only been a moment, right? So how would you say it could be represented better or pushed in a different light?
So I do think over the past few years, people have been able to embrace their natural hair more. And I think it's really big on like just being able to educate people on what to do with their natural hair. And so I can say a lot of African-American women, they also like extensions.
Yes.
So even when they were wearing like straighter styles, they was also going with textures that was like very silky and doesn't always represent our hair texture. But now we have extensions that can do that as well. So it's like, okay, even if you want to wear extensions, we can still make those extensions look nice and natural and not looking as if we're trying to be of any other standard. Like I've heard people say like European standards and things of that nature, but they can actually embrace their real hair with those extensions.
I love the fact that you added the word extension, because in the African American community for a long time, extension's been the thing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It wasn't the beaded, it wasn't none of that, but you definitely got that hair braided up underneath that cap to get it done. So I love that you brought that into perspective. You know, how do you see the industry moving forward with textured hair and just sharing information and giving out the proper knowledge that people need to see and hear for texture?
One of the biggest shifts that I've seen like over the past 6 to 7 years going back to extensions is that we have things that are called like luxury extensions. So it allows you to wear all of your natural hair out as well as add extensions to it. So it's not like we necessarily braiding our hair to track extensions onto it. So people are learning, like I was saying, educating. People are learning to love their natural hair. They're learning how to deal with their natural hair. And I see the future actually transitioning into more natural styles, because if they need any type of enhancement, we have textures that can match those enhancements.
I love that. Now, what do you want your legacy to be inside this industry? Besides of being a tube shop owner, but what else do Ricola want her legacy to be, and what is Ricola pushing for that legacy?
Well, that's a great question, because actually my life purpose is just really leaving an impact. So I just like being able to like meet people, and whether they met me 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, it's something that they learned from me. I taught them, I motivated them, I inspired them. They be like, it was this girl I met, and she told me X, Y, and Z, and I still utilize that to this day. So I think my life purpose is just leaving an impact. And I can be a little kid. I'm trying to speak some type of wisdom, knowledge to that kid. I can be a grown person. I'm doing the same thing. So I think that's really just my life purpose.
I love that. Now let's talk about the inclusion and diversity. But you've been a salon owner. You got, like you said, you had to learn how to manage characteristics, people, all of that stuff that come along with being an owner. How do you prepare your staff to take on people that's coming in from outside that might not look like the person that is going to do their hair, or vice versa? Like how do you help them combat that?
So we do a lot of training in our salon, and that's actually one thing that makes us very attractive. So even like if I'm hiring somebody who's new in the industry, we have an associate program that's 9 to 12 months, and I take them through that. It works in 4 phases. They learn something, it unlocks it on their books. They start working on it, getting better with it. And we let people know that hair is hair. So if a person come in with straighter texture of hair or actually tight, coily texture of hair, they know how to work with and manage it. We don't like label it like, oh, I can't do that type of hair, because hair is hair.
Yeah, I love that, because I always say hair is nothing but fabric. That's all it is. And you just got to know what type of things to use, tools, products, and all that for the type of fabric that you're working on.
Exactly.
You know,
I agree.
Yeah, I you know, my mother, Doris Mosely, made sure I understood that.
Exactly.
You know, but it's one thing to see it, it's one thing to be a part of it. And I definitely look at what you're doing here in Georgia as pushing that line
Yes.
for Black women to be better owners and just be owners in general, but also being leaders.
Yes.
Because when you own a staff, when you own a salon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you actually are a leader.
Yes.
So I applaud you on your
Thank you. I
leadership
appreciate that.
and that push that you're doing to help change the narrative of the community, pushing texture hair in all phases because it doesn't have a skin tone.
Exactly.
You know, and I just want to celebrate you in this moment of, I can't wait to see your work in the magazine.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
I can't wait to see it. We could actually say we did a photo shoot together.
I know, right?
Right?
Exactly.
That's what's up. Well, Ricola, I appreciate your time. I know you busy. We busy. We got stuff we got to do, but
I agree.
I just wanted to sit down and talk to you for a minute and let the
Thank you,
world
John.
get to know
I
you.
appreciate it.
All right. Well, I appreciate you.
Thank you. And make sure you follow me back on Instagram.
I got you. Y'all heard
Okay.
it. Y'all heard it.